You're invited to join a community tradition in Oneida. Starting this weekend, the heirloom white corn will be harvested by hand. And here to tell us more about it is Don Sharnan. Good morning to you, Don.
Good morning, Angela.
Before we get into, more about this harvest and husking bee that's coming up, why don't you tell us what's so special about this heirloom white corn?
The Iroquois white corn is an heirloom seed or an heirloom crop, and we trace it back to feeding Washington's troops at Valley Forge. And as farmers, we select seed and maintain the crop each year, and it gets better and better.
Okay, so tell us about the husking bee and the harvest that will take place this week and how people can participate.
This Saturday about 9 o'clock, we invite people to help us harvest our corn. And it usually involves about 4 generations of people, and we have a big circus tent, and we have all kinds of people that participate and pick the corn, husk the corn, and braid the corn so that we can hang it and have it be stored.
Okay, let's...
And we'll feed you at lunch.
Wonderful. Why don't you show us a little bit about how that braiding works and why you braid it?
And this being the anniversary of the Angela braid, I'll continue to show you how this works.
Wonderful.
It's, the beginning is like tying your shoe, but each time you wrap one of the husks, you just add another cob, and just kind of roll over it and keep it tight. As long as you keep it sort of tight and give it a little nudge, we keep adding one cob every time you flap over, and then we try to get about 65 cobs on one braid. And at the end of the braid, we just weave some handles in so that we can make a loop and actually hang it up in the air so that it can be stored and hung well.
And so that helps it dry and everything too?
Yes, we want to dry it down as typical grain to about 12%. And this is really the safest way all across North and South America that people preserve or store their corn. It's a real easy way to do it.
And so then once you have that dried corn, then you can bag it or can it and make it to use different sorts of recipes?
There's all kinds of really important products to our Oneida community. Every birthday and wedding that we get all kinds of requests for a big Nesco of corn soup. So soup, bread, corn mush, and are a few of the products that we have.
And I just want to say, just so everyone knows, tell us where you're at this morning and where this harvest and husking bee is taking place.
At this farm is called the Janhinqua Farm. It's about a block north of the intersection of Highway 54 and Seminary Road. Sometimes we call it Norbert Hill Center or the One Stop. There's a traffic light here in Oneida. About 6.5 miles outside of Green Bay, west on 54.
All right, thanks so much, Don, for joining us, and we'll be seeing you guys a little bit more throughout the morning here.
Great, we'll look forward to seeing you. I'll have this braid ready for you.